The party for the children has begun, and so has Nicola's test. Earlier in the day, Dr Tanya told Mum Nicola she had conquered her sleep problem with Dante, but needed to work on how she related to Dante as a child. Dr Tanya showed Nicola a praising and attending technique to help her learn how to play with her child.
Of what he's...
In her final challenge, Dr Tanya told Mum Nicola Egbon that she'd be observing her at an unspecified time during the party to see if she had mastered her new skills.
Let's go build a rabbit house. Come on. Let's go build a house for the rabbit. Left, right.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
There it is. Guess what, Dante? Look. Oh. Okay. All right. What do you want to do?
Come on, I've never seen a rabbit have a tantrum like that. Have you?
Okay. Huh? What's wet? We're gonna build a house for the rabbit. Can we please build a house for the rabbit?
She's a little bit controlling of his play.
Explain to me what that means.
She should let him lead the play more.
Right.
Do we need this one? Where's it gone?
Now she's engaging him back in because she's asking him questions. Do you see, when she was like, I want to do this, we're going to do this, he's like, not interested, tantrum on the floor. Then she said, OK, shall we do this? Do we need this one? She's brought him in. It's a collaborative task now, he's playing.
So that's the end of 10 minutes. You've watched and you've been ticking. How do you think Nicola's done?
Really well. She has consistently, look, attended and rewarded with her delicious little bunny rabbit son.
While the families continue to enjoy the party, it's the perfect chance for me to find out how Dr Tanya thought the final test went and what she thinks the future holds for the families. Let's talk about the challenges that face each of them in turn. First up, the Turners. What happens, let me just fast forward tonight, 9 o'clock, Hannah doesn't want to go to bed, there's a tantrum. Do you think they're going to be able to deal with it?
I do. I think they'll go home and over the weekend it'll be fine. But I think that come Monday morning, Dad goes to work and it's all back to normal. That is when I think it's going to be tough for them. And so all the strategies, all the skills, all the resources that they have, that's when they're going to be tested.
What's their biggest thing? Is it to stay united?
Yes.
Is it to ignore bad behaviour? I mean, if you could give them one nugget.
For Lee, it's to remain engaged and not to retreat into his world, which I think he has the capacity to do. For Louise, it's to not get so defensive and confrontational and fight with her girls.
And what for the girls?
For the girls, to continue to provide their parents with opportunities to improve their skills. So the odd tantrum here and there, girls, I think your parents need a little bit of that just so they can practice.
Let's talk Cooksleys. Tomorrow morning they wake up in their own house. It's breakfast time. What do you envisage happening?
No high chair. Lewis doesn't dictate what he eats. They know the skills, they know the strategies. I hope that Paul remembers to stay back and not anxiously get involved.
Do you think they could go back to their old ways, though?
2 days ago, I was still quite concerned because the changes were quite superficial in terms of the skills of how you get your child who doesn't eat to eat. Yesterday, and particularly today, look at them there, this couple, I think, have found something inside themselves, and I think for them, they recognise this is a much bigger issue. This is about letting their son grow up, and I don't think they will fall back because I think they recognise he's a toddler, they recognise he has to behave like a toddler, and they now know what to do, and so I think they're going to embrace the opportunity to push him on developmentally.
And can I just say the words, Mr Squirrel?
Yes, I've got to give Mr Squirrel back. I didn't take Mr Squirrel away because I want to confiscate the joy in this family. I just wanted them to find ways of being clear and assertive with their son without having to do it through a puppet.
OK, Nicola Egbon, what are the biggest problems for her? Because she is by herself, so it's not like she can turn to somebody else and say, oh, do you remember when Dr Tanya said such and such?
Look, she is doing so well.
Do we need this one? Yeah. OK.
I take my hat off to her that she has been in this house with these increasingly loved-up couples, and you know, she's really put a brave face on it because for her being on her own, and she's now on her own in her bed because her son isn't there anymore, which is a success on one level, but for her is still a wrench. So I hope that she will remember to reach out and ask for help and ask for support so that she can be given the strength to keep going with these new skills that she's acquired.